And next up, our resident expert on property, Gavin Human from Exquisite Home, is going to tell us about how life as an estate agent is changing, not just through the impact of COVID, but with the ongoing move towards digital and away from the high street. Gavin, here's a question I bet no one ever asks you. How are you?
I'm exceptionally well, thank you, Sue. How are you?
Great, thank you. I was wondering if life for estate agents had changed very much over the last year. What's your typical working day looking like right now?
I love my job today just as much as I did 30 years ago when I first started. Every day is different, although the process of buying and selling a house is very much the same. Every day is different with the people we meet and the jobs that we have to do. Quite often you're starting checking emails first thing in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and sometimes you're still dealing with inquiries late into the evening. No day is ever the same.
But you'll have been told to go and work remotely like so many other kind of office-based businesses. So has that had an impact as well?
I think it has for the corporate estate agents. I think the independent estate agents are able to adapt very easily to the changes. A lot of us have been working remotely from office for the last couple of years, using the high street office as a base, as a hub. So we can go in, we use the printing facilities, etc., etc. Also, obviously, chat to work colleagues and find out what's going on. But a lot of us do work remotely rather than sitting behind a desk all day. They're in the car, they're out doing viewings, emails are coming through to your phone, text messages, WhatsApp messages. You don't need to sit in an office all day. And I think we really are able to offer our clients a real bespoke service without being tied to an office.
Now, you can't visit people's houses, you can't even get too close to them. So how have estate agents been able to do viewings?
Well, we are actually allowed to go around doing viewings as long as we follow the national guidelines. Some agents now are doing virtual viewings and they go around holding their iPhone. Never is the same as doing a proper viewing. It is about making sure our clients are safe and also the prospective buyers are safe. We go round, we wear gloves, masks, we've got the hand sanitizer, everything is properly done. All our clients go out for a walk. We don't show people round unless they're in a position to proceed. So we are very careful as to who we show round a property and the processes that we follow through. Where previously a viewing might take an hour on an average property, now because of the cleaning processes that we have in place, quite often we're at a house for an hour and a half. But if that's what it takes to make sure that our clients are safe and the buyers are safe, then that is what we'll continue to do.
And what about the buyers themselves? So you know that feeling where you walk into a property and you just get this emotional pull and you think, yeah, I can really see myself living here and bringing up a family and all these things. Do people fall in love with a property in the same way over Zoom?
Yes.
Oh.
Over Zoom. No, not over Zoom. That's why I think these virtual viewings are never the same. Okay, it's like your sales brochure. And I've been saying for 30 years, I can't sell a house. The house will sell itself. What our job is as an estate agent is about putting a house in front of you that you might not have considered in an area you might not have thought of, and then persuading you to step through that door. When you step inside that property, normally within 2 or 3 minutes, like you rightly just said, you get a feel for that house. If you don't get that feel, you won't buy it. You might get the idea of where your furniture can go and that you like the colour schemes and that you like the outlook, but you'll only know if you really like it once you step through the door. And that's why, even during these challenging times, it's important we still carry out viewings.
And things have been changing in the sector for quite a while with the arrival of Rightmove and this sort of move to more online presences. And then, of course, you've got estate agents now that are completely online and they don't have the bricks and mortar. So has this change accelerated over the last year?
I think there'll be a lot of estate agents, particularly on the corporate side, that will be shutting their offices, realising you don't necessarily need a high street office. People are not going on the high street, they're not walking into estate agents. And I think it's down to the estate agents to adapt their processes in order to make the whole moving experience better. Why should we be sat on a high street, sat behind a desk all day? We should be out there meeting people, showing people around, making better use of our time.
And so would you say the essential skills for estate agents have changed? So maybe they need to be a bit more social media savvy nowadays?
Yes, very much so. But I keep saying, and I've said it for years now, the most important thing for an estate agent is to stop hiding behind emails, is to pick a phone up, talk to people. And at Exquisite Home, it's one thing that we really do focus on, is talking to people. We want to really understand why somebody wants to move, what they want to get from that house move. Social media plays an important part in getting the name and the brand across, and for the public to see what you're doing. They want to be able to trust what you're doing and see that you are an integral part of the local community and that you know what you're talking about.
So those companies that you can use, I mean, I could sell my house tomorrow and take a lot of the hard work in that on myself and do it through this slightly more virtual approach. How are these companies faring? Are people going back to traditional estate agents, or are they still trying to take it on themselves?
There's a lot of people that have tried the internet-only approach. And for me, what I see on a day-to-day basis doesn't work. People do want to be able to pick a phone up and talk to somebody. Sending somebody an email all the time. I think selling a house is not like buying a jumper or buying a television. You want to engage with them. You have questions that you need answering, and you need them answering straight away. And sometimes those questions need to be explained properly, the answers explained properly as well. And you don't get that on an email. We've all been in the situation where we've received text messages from friends or emails from people and we misread them. And it's really important when it comes to buying a house and selling a house that you are on a one-to-one level with that person. I stress it all the time. Talking to people is so important. And I think we can hide behind emails, hide behind modern technology. But as an estate agent, we should be going out there talking to people far more. When we're looking at the big players, like Purple Bricks, they haven't taken the market by storm. There are various financial pressures within that model itself. The self-employed estate agent model is not all it's cut out to be. They have their own individual challenges. The way an estate agent works and the process of buying and selling a house has not changed for many years. From agreeing a house sale to the day of completion, on average, takes 12 weeks. That's exactly the same timescale it was 30 years ago. What has changed incredibly is the way we market a property with professional photography, bespoke video tours. That's the way the market has changed.